Do I see an evolution in the freedom of mankind? I hope so. Like I say, I don't see any point of this grand enterprise called society if it's not about nourishing human freedom in the most fundamental and meaningful sense. But there are huge forces at work in our society which are very anti-freedom, which are very bureaucratic, which seem to believe that individual adults cannot take responsibility for their own actions, which seem to feel that the state needs to stick its dirty little fingers in every aspect of our lives. Unfortunately, there are huge numbers of people who feel that way. And behind them are enormous resources invested in the status quo, invested in the pacification of the masses, invested in the nurturing of human stupidity instead of the nurturing of intelligence and creativity. So I'm not totally confident that we actually are going to go forward to a new era of human freedom. I think that we're at one of those places in history where we have to decide where we're going to go next. And maybe for the first time, for a very long time, there's the possibility for all of mankind to be participating in that decision. This is where I also get my hope from. Although the internet has got lots of problems and lots of real brain dead nonsense on it, it is also ultimately an incredible instrument of freedom. What we're seeing today, it's just beginning, and interestingly, it's really begun in the Arab world rather than in the West. What we're seeing is that the power of the people in the streets can really work when it's orchestrated and manifested through the internet, and that the old power structures, the old media, the way that information was controlled and dominated by small numbers of people, which isn't so different actually between Mubarak and Britain or America. It's not as different as we think it is. That old way of controlling information really can't go on any longer. It can't survive. It can't thrive because we have this vast, extraordinary network in which all our voices can be heard. So I'm hopeful that we will actually bypass the state more and more and start to operate directly as individuals. And if we're talking democracy, then we're putting real democratic principles to work, in doing that. So I'm optimistic, but not by any means overconfident that we are looking forward to an era of increased human freedom. Anything is possible, frankly, at this time.